Hey students, in this video I'm going to review how to multiply polynomials. I'm going to show you two ways. I'm going to show you the FOIL method, which is first, outer, inner, and last. Okay, so what we're going to do first is you're going to look at the binomials that you're given, and we're going to do first part, which is x times x, so that will give you x squared. And then we do outer, which is x times 9, because these are the outside parts. So x times 9 gives you 9x. And then the inner, which is these two on the inside, so that's 7x. And then the last, which is 7 and 9, and that will be 63. No, sorry, 50, yeah, 63. So then after you do that, you're going to get 4 different terms. But you're going to notice that these two in the middle are alike. They both have x's, which means that we need to combine these two. So we're going to get x squared plus, and then 9 plus 7 is 16, and then 63. So this trinomial is the answer to multiplying these two binomials. Let's try a different method. The other method of multiplying binomials will be drawing the area model. So it's drawing a box, noticing that you have 2 parts times 2 parts. So you're gonna, divide this big square into 2 by 2. And then at the top you put one of the binomials, so 2x minus 1, and then at the other you put the other 2 parts, x plus 2. Then you multiply like you did with the FOIL method, which is first 2x times x, multiply those two and you get 2x squared. Outer, which is 2x times 2, and that will give you 4x. And then negative 1 times x, which is these two, negative 1 times x, so negative 1x. And then the last, negative 1 times 2, so negative 1 times 2 is negative 2. And what you're going to notice is that these two boxes in the middle are like terms. They both have that x. So we're going to combine those. So your final answer will have 2x squared, and then 4 minus 1, which is 3x, and then minus 2 at the end because of that other last part. So this is the trinomial you get when you're multiplying these two binomials. So on this one, if you want to pause the video and try it on your own, or just keep watching, I'm going to just do the FOIL method since it's what most of the students were doing in class. So we're going to multiply the first 4x times 5x, that is 20x squared. Then the first times the outer, so that's the 2 outer, 4x times negative 2, that's negative 8x. Then you have 1 times 5, these two, that's 5x. And then 1 times negative 2, so that's negative 2. If we did the box, we would have had the same 4 terms, but inside the box. Let me just show that again. We will have 4x plus 1, 5x minus 2. So 4 times 5 is 20x squared. 5x times 1 is 5x. 4x times negative 2 is negative 8x. And then negative 2 times 1 is negative 2. So notice that these 4 terms are in here in the box. And just like these are like terms, so are these. And we're going to combine those, so your final answer is 20x squared minus 3x minus 2. Okay, one last example. This one is not a binomial times binomial, it's a binomial times trinomial. So FOIL method doesn't work, but the part of it, the process will. This term of 5x will be multiplied times each term, and this will be multiplied times each term. So we can do either a box that has a 3 by 2, and each term is placed where it needs to be. Let me show you an example of that. So here I created a 3 by 2, so x squared minus 3x plus 6 goes on top, and then 5x plus 2 goes right here. And then if we don't do the box, we could still do the loop. So 5x times x squared, that gives you 5x to the third power, which is what we will get here. 5x to the third power, because we're multiplying those two there. Then you have 5x times negative 3x, which is 5x times negative 3x, so that would be negative 15x squared. So we're going to write negative 15x squared. Then you have 5x times 6, which is 5x times 6, so that's 30x. So plus 30x. And then you're going to have this 2 times each one of these. So 2 times each one of these fills in these boxes. 2 times x squared, that's 2x squared, which is what's happening here. So I'm going to just kind of like look at it as these are like terms that we're going to be combining. So 2x squared will go under this one. And then 2 times negative 3x, that's negative 6x. So negative 6x can go under this one. And then 2 times 6, which is 12. We're just going to put right here at plus 12. So you have 5x to the third power in the beginning. And then you have the positive 12 at the end, which is what you end up having here. But then you have like terms that you need to combine. And that's why these are written under each other. And you have this other like terms that also needs to be combined, which is why there's this also 2 right here under each other. So negative 15 plus 2, that's negative 13x squared. And then 30 plus negative 6. For those of you who don't understand the negatives, you can always type it in your calculator. 30 plus negative 6. So that's 24. All right, so this is the final answer to the trinomial times binomial given. And I hope this video helps you understand how to multiply.